Welcome back, guys. This is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews, and I am in the Plunge Mini Sauna, or the Sauna Mini Plunge. I don't know which one to say, but I do feel super echoey, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I have a tiny voice. Hearing this projection among my voice, like, this is honestly how I should always shoot videos. Like, I feel like I could just project for miles like I'm in an amphitheater. Anyways, this is the mini sauna from Plunge. It is $9,990. So yes, it is expensive. However, look at this thing. I mean, it is made from premium cedar. It is all handcrafted in the United States of America. It has this like luxury feel while also providing you a ton of wellness benefits. So if you want to hear more about this or see other videos that we do that talk about cardio equipment, recovery equipment, fitness programs in general, supplements sometimes, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Also, if you want to go ahead and purchase this, we've made it super easy. Place the link below the like button. When you use that link, it doesn't cost you anything extra. It just helps us continue to do videos like this one. And lastly, this was sent to us by the company, but that doesn't change what I am going to say. This is a transparent, honest review. All right, so included with your purchase, I mean $10,000 basically. Like, this is an expensive sauna. However, it's not that off from other traditional saunas like this. What you are going to receive is obviously the Sauna Mini. This can comfortably fit 2 people. I think you could squeeze a third person in if you are okay sitting like shoulder to shoulder, or if somebody wants to stand up in this space right here, like maybe you could fit 3 people. But you are going to receive this Hume steel 3.5 kilowatt heater that functions honestly super great. You're also going to receive 132 pounds of Hume sauna stones like you see here, as well as a waterproof slanted roof. So this can be used both indoors as well as outdoors. And then it also comes with a phone mount that will sit on the outside of your sauna. So if you are watching and addicted to Severance like me, and you want 30 minutes or an hour in your sauna and binge watch your favorite show, you have the ability to do that as well. Now, this sauna assembly isn't necessarily hard, but it is going to take you a while, and you are going to need more than one person. So basically, it's designed with 6 panels that interlock together. You are definitely going to want to have a buddy, or at least 2 come with you, because what's going to happen is you're going to have to basically have somebody hold those panels in place while you get the next one set. The other thing that I like about this is they do offer a professional assembler to come out. It is an extra charge, but if you don't want to mess with the hassle of assembling this yourself, you can go ahead and do that upon your checkout process. With this, I would say definitely at least give yourself 2 hours, maybe even 3, in order to get this all up and running. The other thing that I like about this is it's connected to the app. So the app is actually really great. One of the things that when you download the app, you're going to go ahead and basically put in the ID code to whatever product, so in this case, the mini sauna, and then it will give you step-by-step assembly instructions within the app, and it breaks it down, making it like super easy for you to follow along with the instructions. Once you do buy this, it should ship within about 8 business days, and then it takes about 3 to 4 days in order to get to your house. So it's not necessarily like a quick shipping process, but again, under that 2 weeks. And you do need to make sure that it is in stock, because they are frequently selling out of this. So if it isn't in stock, obviously your wait time is going to be a lot longer. Because this is cedarwood, you do have the ability to keep this outside. Now, one thing to note is that it is untreated cedarwood. And so if you do put it outside, obviously cedarwood, like it grows cedar trees, like it is meant to be outside. It is a very durable wood to be kept outside. But if you wanted to maintain kind of this like nice lightwood cedar, like unfinished, you are going to want to treat it with some sort of like treatment or stain if you keep it outside and want to make the wood continue to look really nice. One other thing that I like and I don't like is this big full width glass door. It's about 1/4 inch thick. It does do a really good job of keeping the heat in as long as the door is not open. And then also it just feels kind of like luxury feel. Like I like the ability to be able to look out on my surroundings. In this case, Sam the cameraman, hi. But if you were to set this outside, if you were to set this someplace, like I could see you setting it like out in your backyard, have this nice view, and the big width and the glass paneling just really allows you to be able to see everything that you want to see. Now, I do wish there was some sort of like suction-y lip on the inside of the wood where the door meets the glass in order to like keep the heat in a little bit better. We see that on other saunas where they have almost just this like slight insulating feature. I think that that would be like a really good thing to do with this, because again, once you open that door, it does let out a lot of heat. And even though the door does fit and like shut really nicely against the wood, there's still some little gaps here and there that air can leak out on. In terms of the power requirements, this is not just going to fit into like a standard bolt. You are going to have a dedicated 240 volt, and it requires 20 amps of power in order to go ahead and function. Basically like a washer and dryer unit plug-in, you might have that in your house, or if you have like an electrical car, it's the same sort of outlet, but basically you're gonna have to have an electrician come out unless you're able to do it yourself in order to get this up and running. The other thing that is not included is the power cord. In terms of the power cord, you are gonna have to buy a NEMA L14 through 20 outlet, as well as a NEMA L14 to 20P power cord in order to get this up and running, plug it into your wall, and obviously heat up your sauna. Now, this sauna does get up to a full 230 degrees, which honestly is insane. Research states that you want it to be about 180, maybe 200, but if you are just like a sadist or a masochist, one of those, and you just want to be in here just drenching in sweat, you can go ahead, turn it up to that full 230 degrees. One thing to keep in mind though is that this does take a while to heat up. So the other day I tested it and it was about like 70 degrees outside, so it was warmer in our warehouse. It took me about 40 minutes to heat up to about 180 degrees. Today it has taken us a lot longer. There is snow on the ground because we live in the Midwest and the weather can't decide what it's doing. But it's taken us like a couple hours in order to reach 180 degrees. Now, keep in mind, you can control the temperature and the sauna through the app. So if for whatever reason you know that you want to do a sauna session, go ahead, set that up through your app. It'll turn on, you can set it to the temperature, and then as you're driving home from work or from like wherever you are at, your sauna is already heating up and then be ready to use when you get home. The other thing that I think, there's a couple things that I think are smart about this. One is the knee guard protectant. So because this is kind of compact quarters, especially if you have two people, one's going to be sitting over here directly next to the sauna. They have this nice knee guard function on it that basically is going to prevent your knees from hitting that 180 or 200 degree heater, which I promise you does not feel good, because I did that on the other sauna the other day and it doesn't feel good burning yourself, okay? So I like that they have that knee guard function. The other things that I like about this is that it has two ventilation systems. So they have like a little side kind of window that you can go ahead, let fresh air into the sauna so you're not just breathing in recycled air. They also have a knob with a fan on it that's over here, and basically you turn that on. It's super quiet fan, just brings in new air, especially if you are doing like a long sauna session. You have two people in here. You don't want to just be breathing that recycled air because your CO2 levels will go up. So make sure you are like at least cracking one of those vent systems. Now the sauna I think is pretty comfortable. Like I'm able to fully sit back. Even taller people, 6 foot, 6'2", their heads are not going to hit the ceiling. And then it has this like nice slanted back so you can really relax, lean back against it. One thing I will say is that the top of the bench to the bottom of the bench is kind of far for me. Like my foot kind of dangles. Unless I'm like sitting like right up next to it, then my feet can touch it. So it's about 19.5 inches from the top of this bench to the bottom of this bench. I think for taller people, this is actually a really beneficial feature because you're not going to be like crammed and you have plenty of leg room. Another thing that I like about this is that you can go ahead. I mean, I've seen reviewers of like 6 foot taller than me, not necessarily comfortably, but if you are doing one session by yourself, you don't have another person in here, you can not comfortably, but realistically lay down, keeping your feet above your head. Anytime you do like a traditional sauna, the thought is to make sure that your feet are at least above the heater or at least above your head. There's lots of research you can look into it on why this is more beneficial to do it this way. but it's not necessarily designed for it, but you can accomplish that. Okay, now I'm gonna give you lots of numbers in terms of the dimension. It is a pretty compact design. The interior dimensions are 4 feet by 4 inches. The door is 3 feet by 8 inches in terms of its width, and then it's about a 1/4 inch thick glass. The total depth of this is 4 feet 9 inches, and then the highest point of the roof is 71.9 inches tall. The bench itself is 1 foot 6 inches deep, so definitely not the biggest bench that we have seen, but again, I feel like I can sit pretty comfortably in it, and I think most people will be able to as well. There is a 2-year warranty on the sauna. Again, every product is made here in the US, which I just really appreciate it, and I do feel like Plunge makes their products with quality. Like, I have the Plunge cold tub. I use it all of the time. It functions really great. All of the Plunge saunas that we have tested, I've basically had no complaints about it. Like, I really do enjoy them. The only kind of thing that I wish were different, that Plunge did differently, is that you are able to connect 2 accounts or 3 accounts or 4 accounts to 1 unit. So basically, it's like one person has the login and it connects to one sauna. Now, with a lot of other programs like iFit Programming or Echelon or whatever else, you can have multiple users on one account. And I like being able to track like my sauna sessions. I like being able to check my heart rate throughout. I like to see those metrics. I like to see that data. All of that's available on the app. So if you have 2 people, I mean, I do wish they were able to add on like 2 or 3 more accounts so that they all had their own account within the same sauna so that they could all see their like comprehensive journey of their sauna sessions. But that's my major call out. In terms of the sauna itself, like, I love this sauna. I would take it home in a heartbeat. I think that it's fantastic, comfortable. I love the slant back. I think the bench is comfortable. I think the heater works great. I like that it is remotely controlled. Again, maybe another call out would be that it did seem to take a while to warm up, but that could just be because it's cold. But if you're keeping it outside, that's definitely something you have to consider. Like, give yourself the available time in order for it to reach those top temps of 200 plus whatever you say your sauna at. But let me know what you think about this sauna in the comments below. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews.